The spreadsheet of an Excel can be seen as the entirety or can replicate the entirety of a custom or a standard object in Salesforce. The column in an Excel sheet can replicate the entirety of a field in Salesforce. A Salesforce object is a structured place where Salesforce stores business data, like a smart, powerful Excel sheet that talks to everything else in the system. I always want you to think of Salesforce like a digital address book, or you think of Salesforce like a spreadsheet or a filing cabinet that stores one type of information. In Salesforce, we have two types of objects. We have the standard objects, which are preloaded or pre-built by Salesforce, objects that every business is expected to use, like account objects, the contact object, the lead object, the opportunity object, and then we have the custom object. The custom object is the one that you can customize at the back end, and this is the purpose of this video, to teach you how to customize or create an object. Each object holds many records of the same type, just like a spreadsheet has many rows. The spreadsheet of an Excel can be seen as the entirety or can replicate the entirety of a custom or a standard object in Salesforce. The column in an Excel sheet can replicate the entirety of a field in Salesforce. Then the row, a singular row of an Excel sheet, can replicate the entirety of a record in Salesforce. Let me break it down. Just see an object in Salesforce like an Excel sheet. The first name can be the first column, which holds the name of a particular contact. The second column can be seen as the last name column, which holds the particular data of different types of contacts. And then the third column can be seen as the column for the date of birth or the age field, which hold different data for different contacts. Then the entirety of the row that holds a first name, last name, and the age is seen as a record in Salesforce. To create an object, we have to go to the setup by clicking on the settings icon, and it takes us to the back end where we have our object manager. The object manager is just displaying the standard objects, which are the account activities and the rest of them. And then we just click on the create object button and we select the create object. The second option is when you have your object already updated in your spreadsheet, but here we are creating from the scratch. I'm going to be creating an enablement code object. You can name yours whatever you want. And then, just like the examples that have been laid out here, you must have the plural name of the object updated, because the red mark shows that it is the required preliminary to creating an object. Then we have the API name sorted out automatically. And then we always need to give a description of what the object is supposed to serve, the purpose of your object, so that in the next 6 months you should not, or you will not, forget what this object or the purpose with which you created this object. I'm just going to give a simple description for mine, and then I will scroll down. When you scroll down, you're going to see options like allow for reporting, which makes your object available for reporting, and then allow for activities. And I'm going to check all the boxes so that this object will be able to be available for any customizations. We are going to leave it in deployed and not in development. And then allow for search and allow for tab. This tab enables your object to be visible from the user interface. It's just a simple icon that represents your object. So you select any icon you want here, and then we click on next and next. We don't have any business with this for now. We're going to come back to these pages later on, and then next, and then your object is created, and these are the features of the object. So let's go to the front end and then find the object that we have just created. So it's not yet sitting on the navigation bar. So we are going to go to the pen-like icon and find this object where it is hiding. From navigation bar, we click on all and then we search for the enablement code object. Yes, so we add it and then I'm going to take it up above most of the fields so that it can be clearly visible from the navigation bar. Let's save this. And then we are good to go. So you click on the object and then we have our object here. This is what a blank spreadsheet looks like. I've changed the list view and we are not seeing any record because we haven't created one. But when I click on new, which is a custom button, it allows me to create a record. So see this name field as a standard field, which we are going to talk about in the next video, and then we save. This is the standard field for name, which comes pre-built or preloaded with any objects. Thank you and see you in my next video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.